Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It is the video that you guys have been waiting for the entire year. It is my top 5 boots of 2021. We are now 10 days into 2022, and it is time to reveal my top 5 boots from last year. Let's hop into the video. Before we get into number 5, I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who has supported the boot review videos. I am such a boot nerd and I absolutely love trying on all the different boots, and the reception for these videos has gone crazy. You guys seem to absolutely love these boot videos, so I will continue to do them, and just let me know down in the comment section below which ones you'd like me to try for the beginning of 2022. Give my review and give the play test when applicable there. Now, the top 5 boots for my 2021 are going to be boots that are ranked in a couple different places. They're going to be ranked on 1, how much I love the design of the boots, how well they fit, and how likely I am to actually wear them in a training session or game. So number 5, the New Balance Furon V6 Plus Pro in the wide variation. Now, if you guys remember, I thought these boots were a really great option for most foot types in the normal variation back when I reviewed the normal synthetic variation. Now, the wide variation I got in the leather just to see what it would look like. I think I would prefer a synthetic version of this boot in the wide variation, and I think that boot would actually be a fantastic option if I wanted to go a more speed boot route with what I am doing. And you'll see obviously with numbers 4 through 1 sort of the direction that I went with that, but my number 5, for very good reason, is the New Balance Furon V6 Plus Pro in the wide. Following it up with number 4 is the Puma Ultra 1.3. Now, the Puma Ultra 1.1 and 1.2 were some of my favorite speed boots I'd ever worn in my life. The 1.3, yes, it is not a boot that I will probably wear for a day-to-day basis in training or in games, but given that it's only $200 US, which is 50 bucks less than the other speed boots in the market, including the New Balance, it is $200 and you get a fantastic synthetic upper with a wonderful knitted collar area, and it is the lightest boot on the market, which is also makes it my number 4 pick. I think it is a wonderful option if you have most foot types. I just have excessively wide midfoot, and so they'd probably be pretty difficult for me to break in, if at all, and so that is why they take the number 4 spot. Now, the Puma Ultra is also something that I wasn't really expecting. So obviously I loved the 1.1 and loved the 1.2, but it wasn't a boot that I thought they would make major changes to. They did. I can't really wear it anymore, which is a really big bummer because I would love to have that boot as my number 1 and wear that boot all the time, because the barefoot sensation that it gives you is really, really unique. It is a special pair of football boots, and I absolutely love it. So that is my number 4 spot, the Puma Ultra 1.3. All right, so spot number 3 goes to a very, very special boot in my opinion. I wish it were higher on the list, but unfortunately it doesn't fit as well as the number 2 and the number 1 spot, and that is the Mizuno Morelia DNA. Now, the Mizuno Morelia DNA is a very special boot for one particular reason, and it's because they took the best that they have to offer, Mizuno, and put them into one single boot. So the speed boot sole plate of the Morelia Neo Beta 3s with the upper of the traditional Morelia. So you get this fantastic, super soft, made in Japan quality leather upper, which is the best leather upper in my opinion on the market that you can buy as far as quality of leather goes, and they pair that with a speed boot. So not only is it super light, it's got all conical studs, which I love. It gives you great pivoting power, but it also has the softest leather upper on the market. Now, the reason this boot isn't higher on this list is because they gave me a little bit of pain when breaking in, especially in that midfoot area, and they haven't quite broken in all the way, even though I've worn them several times. So I'm having a little bit of frustration, but they're definitely, in my opinion, for me, a better pick than the New Balance and of course the Puma Ultra, because I am actually able to wear them. Worst case scenario, I could put them on, but that is a very special pair of boots, and they're not technically special edition, which is why they're on the list. I didn't put any special edition boots on here. The reason they're not special edition is because since they've come out with the original colorway, which I reviewed, they've come out now with 1 or 2 other colorways as well. So it looks like they're going to continue to make them, which to me makes them not a special edition. They're not limited. They're not, limited to 1,000 pairs or whatever. In fact, the new colorway that just came out, the white with the silver accents, I think looks really special. So if you're in the market for a super lightweight, but you want the best leather quality you can possibly find on the market, the Morelia DNA is absolutely the boot you should check out. It is a fantastic pair of football boots. Okay, the top 2. Now, the number 2 pick, and this is gonna give away number 1 probably, but the number 2 pick of my favorite boots of 2021 is the Adidas X Speedflow Plus, not the 0.1, and I'll explain that in a minute, the Plus variation. Now, this boot is on the top of a lot of boot reviewers' lists. It is a phenomenal pair of football boots for so many reasons. It is laceless, and somehow they've managed to make this laceless pair of football boots have tons of lockdown, fit most foot types straight out of the box, mold to your foot, no break-in time, all of these things into a boot that has the best sole plate on the market, in my opinion, as far as performance goes. And you've got this upper that is so razor thin, and it provides just one-on-one sensation with the ball. I have trained in this boot lots. Like, if I'm not wearing the number 1 boot on this list, I'm wearing the Adidas X Speedflow Plus, and it's not the 0.1 variation because for some reason I don't fit in the 0.1 variation as well. I don't know why that is. I think it's a different material on the upper, so that could, or maybe it's the shape of the boot or something, but the 0.1 doesn't fit me as well, and I don't really like it as much. The Plus, though, is by far the best laceless boot on the market and that has ever been produced, in my opinion. It is truly a special occasion when you put them on feet, and it is absolutely my go-to speed boot if I do want something that feels really fast and feels really fun to wear. So that will be part of my rotation in this next season, the Speedflow Plus, or whatever next generation they come out with. Hopefully I don't screw it up, but the Speedflow Plus will absolutely be a part of my rotation moving forward. I love those boots, and that is my number 2 pick for 2021. All right, we had to go through this list, and I'm not gonna give you number 1 yet. We're gonna do a special mention. Now, this boot came out, I believe, in 2021. This might be a little bit of a cop-out. I reviewed it in February of 2021, so pretty early on in 2021, and this is the Predator Freak 0.1 low. Now, I did the review on the laceless variation, which I actually wore in training for in February, and then I did the low variation in May or June, I believe, when I got back to the States from Australia. And I will tell you, the laceless version is a great pair of football boots, and I really like those. However, I think the laced low variation is something that you don't often find. It's got a lot of attributes that you don't often find in football boots. You've got an incredible and actually useful grip technology on there with those demon skin spikes. You've got a really soft prime knit upper that really does mold to the shape of your foot, and you've got a tremendous amount of lockdown, and the heel comfort is really, really good. And the toe box is really wide, so it's actually it's suitable for wide toe box footed players. It's pretty slim in the midfoot, which makes it sort of a unique shape, so I wish they would widen that, or maybe make the whole thing a little slimmer, except widen that midfoot, because then I could fit in them better, because I would consider wearing them full time. I am excited to know what the next Predator is going to feel like, and I will be reviewing those whenever they come out, probably in a couple months time, probably for the World Cup this summer in 2022. So that is my honorable mention, the Predator Freak 0.1 low. Fantastic pair of football boots, really well-rounded, and obviously if you like those grip elements and you want to be able to spin the ball and ping a ball with that extra tangible grip, the grip you can actually feel, that is the boot that I would go for. All right, guys, and that leads us to the number 1 pick of 2021, and you guys probably know what it is. It is a boot that I've been training in for basically since it came out, since I got my hands on a pair. I've reviewed now 3 different models. They are fantastic football boots, and I cannot imagine what I would be wearing, obviously other than the Speedflow, if these weren't around. And those are the Nike Tiempo Legend 9 Elites. I think they are a fantastic pair of football boots. They fit my foot better than any other boot on the market, bar the Speedflow Pluses, and they are well deserving of the #1 spot on my 2021 list. A couple reasons why. The leather upper does a very, very good job of wrapping your foot and giving you a super nice, padded, but very light sensation on feet. Now, the integration of the foam pods, both on the medial side, on the toe box, and then there's a little piece on the lateral side, sort of near the swoosh area. All of those come together to create this sensation that's kind of like a CTR a little bit, kind of like a Magista, and it adds this really nice padded sensation when you're touching the ball with the inside of your foot and shooting with the laces, which I really, really love. I love the fact that they've integrated a knitted liner on the laces portion of the boot. I think that is a fantastic integration of that into a leather upper especially, and that to me is just, it's so simple, it's so easy, it flows so well with the boot, and they take no break in time at all for my feet, and I have super wide feet. So if you have feet that are less wide than me, it is a boot that you can slide into, play a training session in, no problem, and it would be fantastic. So I would recommend the Nike Tiempo Legend 9 to all foot types. I think it is a great pair of football boots, and they are my #1 pick for 2021. All right, fam, that is it for my top 5 plus an honorable mention of the boots that I tried that also came out in 2021. I'm very much looking forward to the next technology that comes out in 2022. And of course, as a boot nerd, I will be following that news very closely and then reviewing them and getting those boots in as soon as I possibly can for you guys, so that you guys get a professional player's comments and play test, hopefully, of these new boots. Now, if you guys like those boots, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, be awesome, take care. I'll see you guys in the next one.